Alright, we have another really quick tutorial on how to level the ground. There's two ways of leveling. One is sort of more like smoothing the ground, which uses the averaging tool. And then the other way is to actually flatten the ground, which makes it completely level. And that's so we're still in the averaging tool, but we have the explicit height selected, and we press the control key, which turns our circle into a square. So first we're going to show how to do the explicit height, and so it's still set on averaging. We're going to I hate it when I do that. Press the Alt key and we get a little eyedropper, and that gets us the exact height that we want it at. So right now it's set at 18. When I eyedropper it, you'll see that the explicit height changes. So now it's going to be exactly the same height as the terrain is at right underneath the eyedropper tool. Then I press the control key, which changes it to a square and flattens it. It actually cuts away or raises the terrain to that level. And I can paint it around just like a paintbrush while pressing the control key. I have to control, hold, and use the mouse at the same time. So control, click, and it will cut away into all this. So now it looks like this house over here is quite a bit higher level than that one. So rather than just cutting it back, well, so we have this other problem here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting here. So not shift, control. Now I'm on the wrong tool. I need to be on the mountain tool. Mountain tool is a terrain tool. This one does bad things to the terrain. I'm not going to talk about that right now. We're just going to use our mountain tool, which affects the terrain, and we're going to click. So I have to click, left mouse click, and control on the keyboard. I use the left control key. I don't know if it matters. Probably doesn't matter. I always just use the left control, and because I'm right-handed and I use the mouse in my right hand. And so I left click with the mouse and left control click on the keyboard. Now we're going to use the averaging tool. I'm not holding the mouse anymore, or the keyboard anymore, just the mouse. And here's where we set the strength. We can make it really gentle so that you barely see changes at all, or we can make it really strong so it's really dramatic. It makes kind of a layered shelf look. I want it right in the middle, 70 to 90, a little closer to 70 I think. 74 is good. We'll try that. And that will smooth this out so that we don't have these sharp edges on the terrain. And we'll make it all look nice and pretty so it looks more natural and not doesn't look like somebody just carved the terrain with a game tool, right? So we want it to look like the actual world here. And so we try not to pull away from the terrain that's at the building there. We want that to be smooth right through here. Alright, now I'm going to have to grab this terrain height level. So I'm going to do Alt, and grab it right there, and Control, and I'm going to have to pull that out under this house here so that we can see. Otherwise we're going to have a big pit underneath that house. So now we smooth it again. We're smoothing all this out, making this look natural between these houses.
Can you come and get the CD cases out of the car?
And we're smooth the back of the house here. Smoothing all of that. And that's really all there is to it. You just use the mouse and the averager tool and smooth things out like that. It goes all around, and you do it at various levels of intensity, changing the intensity brush and using your mouse to smooth it, and you can make the whole world look nice and pretty. and players won't trip over sharp edges in the terrain. That's it.